Hi, Chubby.
Hi Frankie, I'm back with your camera again.
I mean, it's the job. So, real quick, can you tell us a bit about Art of Finance and what inspired it?
Oh yeah, sure. So the Art of Finance was an art-themed community event.
Mm,
We held it at the Art Hotel. And basically what we did was that we got like our users and prospective users to come together in a room, and we talked about investing in art. We actually did display art, and then we also like talked about our products. So we had Edmond Olotu, who's an entrepreneur but also an art collector, and he gave us a talk about investing in art. We had AK, who's the founder at Rise, also speak to us about the product, the roadmap, and what we're trying to bring to our users. And then we collaborated with three amazing artists who basically brought their pieces, and we spread them across the space, and they were also able to speak to the audience about their work, the inspiration behind their work, and how their work has been able to improve the standard of their living, right? So all of this was just inspired by the fact that we basically love our users, and we like to create like a stronger relationship with our users.
mm,
So the idea was just to bring people into a space, give them some valuable information that they can act on, and then also create like a warm space that allows them to network, speak to each other, and then just create opportunities from there. So yeah, we had great food, we had
mhm.
wine, we had good music, and yeah, I think it was a really, really good event. The feedback from it was good. People enjoyed the information that they got there. We're able to answer prospective questions from prospective users. We're able to get feedback from our existing users,
Mm.
and then yeah, it was just a really, really good event. And we want to do a lot more events like that, in the future.
Oh,
So yeah,
great, great. So, I do have more questions for you,
I'm
though.
sure you do.
Do you have time for that?
Of course,
All right.
anything for
Thank
you,
you,
fine.
thank you.
So I manage and engage Rise's online community. So basically, what we do is that we curate and we share valuable resources and insights. I also plan and host virtual and live events. The whole goal of our community is basically to help people do better with their personal finances. So Rise's community is there to try to help you make, manage, and invest your money better. It's been good. So there are some fulfilling parts about it. So for instance, like the most fulfilling parts to me is when we legit get people who give like testimonies. So somebody would come and say, "Oh, I was able to do such and such in my finances. I was able to develop this habit. I was able to achieve this financial goal just because of the seed that was planted in my mind by like just being a part of this event or being a part of this conversation." So that's the most fulfilling part. So I really like our culture. I really do like our culture. Um, so there's this thing we say at RiseVest, right? We say Ferraris only. So basically what that means is you want to be as fast, but also as effective as a Ferrari, right? So fast with the way you deliver your work, but also still do it in an effective manner, right? So I also think we've built a culture where um, we have this like sort of like elite mentality. You want to be doing the best that you can. You want to produce like high quality work, and there's this culture that promotes that. There's this culture that allows you to do that. It allows you to go out there to learn, try things, learn from those, and like retry. Basically, just encourages you to do your best work and to develop professionally. And then also like we have great people at RiseVest. I feel like we have like a good balance between working hard and also like playing hard. So I'll say my favorite thing is really the culture. One word: growth. So I joined this company at an early stage. Um, it was my first experience at like a tech startup, and then I was put into a role where I basically had to learn on the job as well. In the sense that I had to learn things on the job. I had to go out there, do my research. I was given the environment to be able to practice what I've learned. Um, because of the nature of the company, I was able to learn things from like different departments, or from different disciplines. Just off of being, in meetings, having conversations, and just like, connecting with like my fellow colleagues. I was able to like learn different things about like this sector, about investing, about finances, about regulations, about products, people, marketing, yeah, all of that stuff. So in one word, yeah, growth. So I personally wouldn't say it's challenging. Where it becomes challenging is when you're under pressure, right? So there's like a lot of pressure, and not to say that there wasn't any pressure here, but I think I was encouraged to learn, to try the things that I've learned, and to relearn and to execute. So yeah, it is challenging when you have to do that, but yeah, I was given the environment to do that successfully. My personality and my attitude towards work. So my attitude towards work, like I said, I came in here just wanting to learn. I came in here wanting to grow. It was a new sector, new role. I was excited to take on that challenge, right? So I came in here with that attitude. And I always showed up with that attitude, just always trying to like achieve these things. So we set like collective goals, like how do I figure out like the best way to like reach these goals, right? So I always had that like attitude towards work, right? It's just always like an optimistic way of thinking about the work that I'm doing. I like to make people feel comfortable, make people feel happy. So yeah, between those two things, I feel like, yeah, the work side and the personality side. I do a bunch of other things outside, but one thing I would mention is that I do make music. I don't know if it's one favorite thing, but I like the whole process of thinking about the music to actually going into the studio and working with like a producer and engineer to try to create that thing that you were thinking about. And then the final parts, when you now get like the final product and then you play for someone and they're like, is this you? So that like initial reaction as well, like I really like that. No.